1.
Wow, that's real impressive. Wonder if we can get any closer.
I want a picture of the whole building reflected in the water. Make sure you don't fall in.
Is that real gold, do you think?
Says so in the guidebook.
Too bad there's so many people. We should have come on Friday.
What? In all that rain?
Oh, yeah. It was raining, wasn't it?
2.
Hey, Mike, take a look at that old water wheel. Isn't it neat?
Sure is. What is this place anyway?
Looks like a restaurant.
Isn't it about time for lunch?
10 after 12. Yeah. Do you want to eat here?
I don't know. It looks expensive.
Let's find out.
Just a minute. I want to get a shot of that water wheel. 3. It says in the guidebook this is one of the 3 most beautiful sights in Japan.
Yeah? What are the others?
It doesn't say.
It's kind of pretty. Reminds me of the scenery you get along the coast near Santa Barbara.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a photo. Oh, look at that wild boat.
It looks like a dragon.
Do you think it's okay to swim here?
Don't see why not. The water looks pretty clean.
Listening for details. A tourist talks about Japan.
Are you on a tour too?
No, I work here. How long have you been here?
About, what, 2 weeks, I guess?
Are you enjoying it?
Sure. It's been real interesting. We've seen lots of beautiful temples and shrines, a couple of castles, and the other night we saw Kabuki.
How was it?
Fun to look at, but we didn't understand much.
That doesn't surprise me. How do you like the food?
Well, it's okay, but very expensive, and you get so little of it. We had some good sushi at the hotel, but it cost a fortune. Now we're sticking to Western-style places.
You ought to go to some of the smaller Japanese restaurants and eat noodles and that sort of thing. If you do that, it's quite cheap. I'll have to take you into a few so you can see what they're like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So you were in Kyoto, were you?
We went down on the bullet train. Now that's a fine train. Clean, fast.
Comfortable?
Yes. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. There's not enough legroom.
So how was Kyoto?
Beautiful. The temple gardens were lovely.
Where did you stay?
In an old Japanese inn.
That must have been interesting.
Yes, but the room was so small, and there was no bathroom, so we had to use the one on the first floor down this dark, narrow staircase. I nearly broke my neck.
Yeah, the old Japanese inns are like that.
Working with sounds. Working with sounds. Stressed. Strategies for listening. Using what you already know. 1.
No, you won't find beds in the room. They sleep on quilts. You'll see them in the closet.
2.
I really like the simple design of Japanese rooms. Each one has an alcove with a flower arrangement or a painting.
3.
Japanese food's pretty good, but there's one thing I hate, and that's something they make from rotten soybeans. It's brown and sticky and smells disgusting.
4.
They use 3 different writing systems in Japan. 2 of them are based on sound, so they're easy to pick up. However, the other one's very hard to learn because it consists of many Chinese characters.
5.
The other day I went to a calligraphy exhibition. Now, I didn't expect it to be interesting. After all, they're just words written with ink and a brush. But some of them were really beautiful.
6.
If you want to rent a house, I'd advise you to go to a real estate agency. They have information about all kinds of houses and apartments. You have to pay them for their help, of course.
7.
I guess you could call it the bean-throwing ceremony. Every year, children chase imaginary devils out of the house by throwing beans at them.
8.
And next to the shrine was this kind of office. Lots of people were buying bits of paper, which they unfolded and then tied on trees.
Responding. Taking turns. Examples.
I'm thinking of taking driving lessons. Can you drive? I didn't know what to do, so I decided to give her a call. I found it quite interesting, so I asked my brother. First, let me tell you all about it.
Hi, how was your weekend? Did you do anything special? I took a trip to Shikoku. We left on Saturday morning and came back on Sunday evening. First we went to Takamatsu and saw a beautiful park. Then we went to a place called Kotohira. There's a famous temple and, oh yes, a long staircase. Boy, was I tired after climbing that. We stayed in a Japanese-style inn with a hot spring bath. It was nice. Have you ever stayed in one? Well, I enjoyed it. Listening variety. Helping the tourist.
Excuse me, do you speak English? Well, I'm sure you do. Listen, can you help me for a minute? I can't seem to find my hotel, and I've been looking everywhere. I know it's around here somewhere, and I just went out for a little walk to see some of the stores. Oh, you have wonderful stores here, you know, and I found all kinds of things I wanted to buy, especially this beautiful doll. I got it for my daughter. Do you like it? She's just 7 years old, but very smart. She said to me before I left, "Daddy, be sure to bring me back a paper doll from Japan like I read about." What do you think of that? She knew all about it. Are your kids smart? I'm sure they are. And then I picked up some of these cups for my wife. Do you have any like these? She loves any kind of handicraft, and these shops have just about everything, and they're so near the hotel. Well, I've got to be getting back now as soon as I can find my hotel. I have the name here someplace. Oh, there it is, over there. Nice to talk to you, but I have to get back because we have a tour after lunch to the castle. Have you ever been there? Oh, it's really swell, I've heard. Well, so long. Take it easy.